A woman yanks her front door open and freezes. A solid black brick wall is right there, cutting her off completely. At first, she thinks it's got to be a prank, somebody's sick joke. But when she walks to the window and yanks it open, her stomach drops. Every window in the house is sealed shut, airtight, not even a tiny crack for ventilation. Worse still, her phone gets zero signal in the room. No texts, no calls. There's no way to reach anyone for help. That's it, she realizes. They're trapped, stuck inside their own home. Olivia is furious. She slams her foot into the wall, but it doesn't budge. Olivia's an architect, but she stares at this wall for a good minute. She still can't tell what it's made of. To make it weirder, the bricks are stacked with no rhyme or reason, no pattern at all. Who the heck would do this? Olivia refuses to just wait around. She grabs the electric drill from the closet, determined to force a way out. But here's the thing. No matter how hard she presses the drill into the wall, not a single chip of brick falls off. Her boyfriend Tim notices she's struggling and steps in to help, joining her to push harder. This black brick wall's just weird, right? Even with both of them putting all their muscle into it, the drill bit glows red hot from friction, and the wall stays completely unharmed. The front door is a dead end, so they switch plans. They start drilling small holes in the wall to see how far the brick enclosure spreads. Once the wall's dotted with holes, they get their answer. The entire outside of their apartment is wrapped in this black brick. No escape from any side. Just when they're about to give up, they hear a noise from next door. They grab a chisel and break through the shared wall, and there they find a couple. Anna. She's got dreads. Super cool look, and bearded Marvin. Turns out they're trapped too, stuck behind the same black brick. So it's not just them, probably everyone in the building is locked in. Tim wants to splash some water on his face to calm down, so he turns on the faucet. Nothing. Not a drop of water comes out. They rush to the bathroom, and sure enough, all the faucets are broken. Come on, no water? You can't last 3 days without H2O, and Olivia's totally panicking. She's like, are we really stuck here forever? Then, out of nowhere, things take a turn. Tim suddenly spots something on the black brick wall, an electronic component stuck to the surface. He leans in for a closer look, and something clicks. The wall's magnetic. So what do you do next? You grab every metal thing you can find, right? They rummage through the house, silverware, keys, even paper clips, and slap them all onto the wall. When they step back, they see it. 4 spots with crazy strong magnetism, and they form a perfect square. Could there be a hidden mechanism here? Olivia moves all the metal objects to those 4 points. As soon as she sets them down, the objects start vibrating, slowly at first, then faster and more intense. Tim's eyes widen. This isn't right. Olivia, get down! He yells. Before she can even react, the metal things launch themselves at them like projectiles. Tim's back gets pummeled, leaving holes everywhere, blood soaking through his shirt. Olivia hurries to clean and bandage his wounds. This wall isn't just weird, it's dangerous. They agree they need to team up with Anna and Marvin next door to find a way out. Olivia grabs a marker and draws a floor plan of the building on the wall. There's a World War II bomb shelter in the basement, she says, and it connects to the subway. No way this brick wall goes all the way to the subway too. So they decide to dig down. Their first stop, the bomb shelter. They're on the 3rd floor now, so they've got work to do. Olivia and Tim chisel a big hole in the floor. Tim climbs down first to scout. When he reaches the 2nd floor, he finds someone, Mr. Oswald, an older guy and his young granddaughter. They're about to keep digging downward when Tim glances up at the smoke detector on the ceiling. He steps closer and sees it, a tiny camera hidden inside. Mr. Oswald nods. The landlord puts those in, he says. Tim checks another smoke detector. Sure enough, there's a camera in that one too. Marvin's jaw tightens. This is straight up rich weirdo watching people like a reality show vibes, he says. Total creep factor. Olivia's like, wait, Mr. Friedman, the landlord, lives right next door. Let's go ask him. They bash through the wall to Mr. Friedman's place and just stop, dead in their tracks. Mr. Friedman's body is right there on the floor, not moving. Now there's no one left to answer their questions. I don't know about you, but when Tim flips through Mr. Friedman's phone photos, just a few shots of the black brick wall, nothing useful, no clues, no answers, just more head scratching. The whole building's wrapped in that black brick. Nobody's getting out. So the group just keeps breaking through walls to go lower. They finally make it to the 1st floor, and out of nowhere, a stranger shows up. He says his name's Yuri, a friend of Anton's, one of the tenants here. He was just coming to visit Anton, he explains. But when the black brick wall popped up, Anton's pacemaker went haywire. No one could save him. Yuri looks pretty upset, so nobody thinks to doubt him. But then the little granddaughter wanders over to some papers on a table. She thinks whatever's written there might have something to do with the wall. Yuri jumps in right away, brushing it off. "Oh, that's just random stuff," Anton scribbled. "Don't worry about it." But once the kid walks away, Yuri slips those papers into his pocket, crumpled up. Clearly, there's something about the wall hidden in Anton's notes. The others don't notice his little move. They just keep breaking through the wall. Eventually, they punch a hole through to the basement, which connects to the subway. They walk up to the subway's emergency exit. If they can get this door open, they'll finally know if there's a way out. Olivia grabs a sledgehammer, puts all her strength into swinging it at the door. Behind her, Anna and Marvin are holding hands, quietly hoping this works. Olivia smashes through all the metal bars on the door, then yanks it open, and everyone's heart sinks. On the other side, another black brick wall. Nobody sees Yuri's mouth twitch into a tiny smirk. Marvin's so mad he starts swearing up a storm. He snatches the handgun from Mr. Oswalt and fires right at the wall, but nothing happens. The bullets don't even scratch the brick. They just hang there in midair. Tim suddenly remembers the metal objects flying at them earlier. "Get down!" he yells. Barely a split second later, the bullets bounce back. Everyone hits the floor fast, but Mr. Oswalt is a little slower. He doesn't dodge in time, and a bullet hits him. The little girl clings to him, crying, begging everyone to help her grandpa, but they're stuck here. There's nothing they can do. They just have to watch as Mr. Oswalt fades away. Marvin's quiet now, totally guilty. He acted on impulse, firing that gun at the wall, and now Mr. Oswalt's dead, but sadness can't keep them stuck. They still need to find a way out. That's when Tim remembers the photos of the wall he saw on Mr. Friedman's phone. Plus, the landlord had cameras everywhere. Maybe he had more clues hidden somewhere. The group starts tearing through Mr. Friedman's apartment, checking every corner. Sure enough, they find something off. Tim notices the living room here seems smaller than his own. He taps the wall, and it sounds hollow. At the same time, Marvin digs up a remote control in a drawer. Looks like it's the switch for a hidden door. Tim blows a little flower on the remote. 4 clear fingerprints show up right away. The code must be the numbers those prints correspond to. He tests each number one by one, and sure enough, the hidden door clicks open. Mr. Friedman was really hiding something. Behind that door is a homemade security setup, a little security room he built himself. The computer screens show every room in the building. Tim pulls up the security footage, slows it down to 0.5x speed, and there it is, plain as day. The black brick wall just appeared out of nowhere, covering every doorway in the building, all in 1 second. Nobody can believe their eyes. They finally know how the wall got there, but figuring out how to escape, that's still a mystery. Meanwhile, the little granddaughter didn't go with them to the landlord's place. She stayed on the first floor. She can't shake the feeling those papers she saw earlier are important. She picks them up, and sure enough, the sketches on them match the way the black brick wall is laid out, plus some equations Anton scribbled next to them. Anton must have figured something out about the wall before he died. She grabs another sheet of paper and sees a string of numbers in the corner. Looks like a code. She turns to ask the others about it, but then she notices something weird about the scarf around Anton's neck. She walks over and tugs the scarf aside. There's a dark purple bruise on Anton's neck, obviously from someone choking him. She's still staring, shocked, when Yuri creeps up behind her. Back in that hidden security setup, the rest of the group's starting to catch on to something too. They're watching the footage, and it shows Anton lying in the hallway, not in his room like Yuri said. Marvin knows something's wrong. He takes off for the first floor. Tim keeps scrolling back through the footage. He sees Anton walking up to a door, then a flash of light. A few seconds later, the yellow light from the stairwell flicks on. So Anton did find a way to open the black brick wall. He could have escaped. Why did he end up dead? Tim keeps watching. The footage shows it all. Yuri killed Anton. Tim's heart drops. The little girl and Marvin are in danger on the first floor. He runs down as fast as he can. When he gets there, he freezes. Yuri's got Marvin held hostage, and the little granddaughter is already lying still, not breathing. Yuri suddenly lunges at Tim, trying to grab the gun out of his hand. They tussle back and forth, and the gun slips out of their grasp, clattering to the floor. Yuri slams Tim against the ground, throwing punches and squeezing his neck tight. Tim strains to reach the gun, his fingers brushing the metal, but he's just out of reach. Right when things look hopeless, Marvin springs to his feet. He slams a foot into Yuri, knocking him off Tim, then snatches the gun off the floor. Olivia runs over too, yelling, "Wait, don't shoot. He might know how to get out." They tie Yuri up, and while searching through his bag, they find a book filled with his notes. Turns out he's a conspiracy theorist, convinced the government's hiding secrets and that the outside world is contaminated. He keeps saying staying locked inside is the only way to be safe. They take turns pressing him for answers, but all Yuri will say is that the black brick wall is a defense system, one that can block anything. Nuclear bombs, bioweapons, chemical attacks, nothing can break it. That finally explains why Olivia couldn't drill through it earlier. With no more clues from Yuri, the group has only one option left: study Anton's actions before he died and hope they can find a way out. That nanotech black wall has the whole building sealed tight. Even bullets can't get through. The group watches the security footage on loop, and they notice Anton sat at his computer for hours, like he was working on something. Tim's a game designer. He sees it right away. Anton was coding a program, and he transferred it to his phone. Fortunately, Yuri had destroyed that phone, but Tim knows he can fix it. All he needs is another phone. They rewind the footage and watch Anton use the program to scan the wall. Combine that with Olivia's earlier discovery that the wall is magnetic, and the flash of light Anton had triggered before his death, and Tim connects the dots. Light is just visible electromagnetic waves. Maybe using flashes of light is the key to opening the wall. He transfers Anton's program to a spare phone, and now it's time to test it. Tim points the phone at the wall and hits scan. Within seconds, 4 buttons appear on the brick surface. Every time he presses a button, the phone flashes once. When he presses the 4th one, something incredible happens. The black brick wall starts moving, slow, like water, splitting into tiny pieces. Anna steps forward first, tentatively reaching out. Her finger passes right through the wall. Is this a portal? She pushes her whole hand in. It feels warm. Then she eases her arm in too, but just a second later, she gasps. Something's pulling her in. She tries to yank her arm back, but the force gets stronger. She's sinking deeper into the wall. The others rush to grab her, pulling as hard as they can. But the harder they tug, the faster Anna slips away. Half her body's already gone into the wall when the bricks start to harden again. They strain until their arms ache, but it's no use. Anna doesn't make it. Marvin stares at her body, devastated. But Yuri, he just smirks and says, "That's what you get for not listening." Marvin snaps. He lifts the gun and fires at Yuri. 3 shots. Yuri goes quiet, motionless. Marvin can't handle losing Anna. A minute later, he's gone too. Suddenly, it's just Olivia and Tim left. They won't give up. Not now. Too many people have died for them to quit. Olivia and Tim keep trying the buttons on the phone. Then Olivia stops, staring at the flashes. She gets it. Every button makes the phone flash a different number of times. If they check the footage to see how many flashes Anton's phone made for each button, they can figure out the right order. They rewatch the clips, and sure enough, the correct order is top right first, then clockwise around the buttons. They're about to press the buttons when Yuri bursts up. He's not dead, just wounded. He slams into Tim, knocking him to the floor, then charges at Olivia. She stumbles back, not seeing the hole behind her. She falls in. Yuri leans over the hole, staring down at her. But before he can do anything, Tim recovers. He kicks Yuri hard, sending him tumbling into the hole too. Now, the 3 of them are in the basement. Tim grabs Olivia's hand and runs straight for the subway emergency exit. He slams his shoulder against the door to hold it shut, yelling at Olivia to unlock it with the correct button order, but Yuri's too strong. He shoves the door open and bursts in. Yuri's got one hand around Tim's neck, the other clutching a machete. Tim tries to hit Yuri's wound, but Yuri shoves him to the ground, pinning him down. "Go!" Now, Tim yells to Olivia. Behind them, the black wall is splitting open, wide enough to escape through. Yuri sits on Tim's chest, slapping him hard, then raises the machete. Just as he's about to bring it down, he collapses. Olivia's standing behind him, a sledgehammer in her hands. She hit him hard enough to knock him out cold. They don't waste a second. They run through the opening in the wall, down a long corridor. At the end, they see it. Sunlight. They burst outside and their hearts drop. Every building in the city is wrapped in the same black brick. They find a car and climb in. The radio's on, blaring a news report. A fire at a nanotech lab caused their security system to malfunction, triggering automatically. That's why the whole city's covered in walls. And the report adds one more thing. There was never any danger in the outside world. Anton was right, and Yuri was wrong. This movie is called Brick, a 2025 sci-fi thriller. If you like this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.